Hey, what's up everybody? It's Jason. I am back again with another video, and I'm doing a thread response today. This is a thread response to Chris Profi. Everybody knows him in the VC. He creates tons and tons of video content. This one escaped my radar, but I just saw a video upload by Brian over at Embryonic Robot. He did a response to this thread, albeit a little delayed as well. The thread is bands with a color in the name of the band. I could have also picked album titles, I guess, for this as well, but we're going to go just with bands. I'm going to eliminate off the top bands with the word black in the title because that is, as Brian pointed out, one of the most popular colors in band names, you know, like Black Flag or Big Black or Black Sabbath. So we will put that aside for now, and I got 10 albums to show you and one bonus surprise at the end, 7-inch as well to show, so let's get into it. A couple of things that have been shown already by Chris and Brian, but some other stuff that maybe hasn't been shown, like this one. I'm not sure if Chris showed some Agent Orange. I don't think he did. I don't know if he has it in his collection, but he needs some Agent Orange for sure. Everybody does. This is their debut EP, Living in Darkness. The killer one that has like Miserlou cover, Too Young to Die, and Bloodstains, and all that good stuff. This is a Drastic Plastic reissue from a little while back. OGs are pretty hard to get, if not impossible. This also has my ticket, actually, for seeing Agent Orange not too long ago, too. So I wanted to get the record signed, actually, and never got around to it. The lead singer didn't seem to be in the best mood at that concert or feeling that well, so I didn't want to push it. Another color band, of course, Deep Purple. I can start and end right there with all their discography. I pulled out Machine Head for this one. I think Chris had Come Taste the Band album, which I might have somewhere kicking around. I think I got a reissue of that. This is an OG of Machine Head, the classic with Smoke on the Water and all that good stuff, Highway Star. Now out of Canada, we got some Blue Rodeo, legendary band. If you're from Canada, you definitely know them, and you've probably seen them in concert many times, as I have. Yeah, big fan. My wife and I are big fans of Blue Rodeo and see them often. This is the Diamond Mind album. I don't have too many Blue Rodeo records on vinyl. Usually it's more of a CD band. But this one I saw in the wild for pretty cheap, so I picked it up, and it's quite a minty copy. Biggest track on this is really the title track. I don't think there's any other hit or single from this one. So Blue Rodeo. And I think this group is also from Canada from what I saw on Brian's video. He also showed an album by this band, which is Blue Peter from the 80s. Now he showed the debut one, I guess, the album before this, which is good. And I have it kicking around somewhere, but this is really the one that you want, the better one. I think a Falling album, because this has the huge hit, Don't Walk Past. Kind of a high energy synth pop track, very 80s synth pop band, Blue Peter. So there's that. Now Brian also showed a group that I often get confused with this next artist, and a band actually that I need to get some vinyl of. I don't think I have anything on vinyl by Orange Juice that he showed, which is the sort of UK punk funk fusion band that I briefly got maybe a little confused with Orange Juice Jones. Actually, more familiar with Orange Juice Jones, or I became familiar with him first before the other group, Orange Juice. This guy is nothing like that. Well, pretty much nothing like that. This guy is a soul R&B singer from the US, probably from New York, because he heavily produced by Russell Simmons and recruited by Russell Simmons, I think, to the Def Jam label. This is kind of that era where you can see Def Jam is about to split up in a way, because Russell Simmons is pushing sort of R&B bands over onto Def Jam, while Rick Rubin is signing like Slayer. So the divisions are maybe starting. I don't have a lot of stuff by this guy. I just picked up this single, found it cheap one time. And there you go, you see on the Def Jam labels. This is The Rain and Your Song. Again, some sort of smooth R&B from the late 80s, mid to late 80s. 86. Now we're going to get into some Red. Got a lot of bands with red in the title. That's probably the second most popular color choice after black. Uh, Kicking off with Really Red, Super Red here. This is a Texas punk band I wasn't too aware of until this reissue came out on Alternative Tentacles, and it is smoking. Bangers of tracks, all super short, 2 minutes long kind of thing. Out of Houston, of course, huge punk and hardcore scene out of Houston from the 80s. And this is originally from the 80s, like 1981, I think. 2014 reissue of Really Red. Very political, leftist, hardcore punk. Something that we all pretty much need at this point. Speaking of political, leftist politics, also got the Redskins. I think they were like a sharp kind of leftist skinhead band or oi band from the UK, and this is on Peel Sessions. I don't have too many Peel Sessions records, actually. Huge fan of John Peel and the whole series, and that cool recording sound of the BBC studios. Look at the list on the back here. Man, I wish I had some of these, like The Damned, Gang of Four, etc. But this is one of the only Peel Sessions I've got. I remember as a kid picking up a few of these things and just looking at all these bands listed. So Redskins is another one, and of course another red. We got Really Red and Walking Down the Aisle. Yeah, this record is actually kind of a blind buy or a VC recommendation buy. I remember seeing Von Ritchie showing this on a video clip. I think it was the Down at the Pub jukebox kind of series that those guys in the UK do, John and the fat bearded man, I guess. Yeah, Up and Down the Aisle. It's kind of new wave 80s pop. I thought it was going to be a little bit more post-punk, but I think it's more on the new wave side. 1982 album, their only album, kind of a one and done, Red Wedding. Pretty rare to see it in the wild. I think I got it off of Discogs, actually. And of course we got some Simply Red, speaking of UK, the classic. And finally some hip-hop. We got Red Man and Time for Some Action. I've had this single since I was very young. Old school hip-hop single here from the 90s, early 90s. I think from his debut album, What the Album. Here we go, Red Man. Some of that crunchy, banging style of hip-hop. Still kind of in the golden era, but getting into some newer territory with the production as well. Now, I said I had a special treat at the end here, the bonus round. I got a 7-inch to show, and this is Purple Night. Pretty obscure band, I think, for most people. Apparently originally, according to the liner notes, originally formed in 1974, before I was born, so I was not around to verify that, and then reunited in late 80s, 89, and put out this single in the mid-90s, alternative grunge boom. It's a duo. This is, of course, Mark Cadet of Maritimes, who is drummer of Eric's Trip, along with a dude named Reynold Legier. So yeah, Purple Night. I'm pretty sure that these guys played my high school at one point, actually, back in the 90s. And yeah, it was part of that whole 90s sub pop explosion that even came all the way down to my little small town on the east coast of Canada and signed these guys up. So Purple Night on some purple vinyl on Sub Pop. So there you go. That is my thread response to bands with colors in their name, and I'll see you guys on the next one.